said you were going live in 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, no, but I'm going to go live early and let people hear in on what we're doing, man.
Oh, no, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good.
Well, no, because like I said, we were going to start the show with Ron will do his little update. Not little update, forgive me. You will do your update on like the FEMI and the Xeno products. And yes, by the way, folks, I know I'm live. And as you can see the background up, we're just going to let you all listen in for a few minutes before we go live at the bottom of the hour on stuff that we talk about normally before we get started. And as we're talking, I'm going to highlight, as you can see, some of the people's names that are already here in the chat. So you can see Brian's in the chat. Marcus is in the chat. Steve Carpenter came in super early. Jody's in the chat. Rob's in the chat. And everybody's saying hi, and everybody's saying hi. Good job, good job, good job. But my rant is going to be about the lottery for the new FEMI drone. FEMI, what is it?
The SE 2020.
Yes. And it's not that I'm saying I'll save it for my rant. But anyway, we'll let Ron do his little update about that area. And then John has some interesting stuff to cover in the FPV field area. And I'm going to do my rant kind of like I seem to go into sporadically during every episode. So we'll do that. And then we'll go into the rest of the show where we're going to share with you all what we've been doing during the lockup. And of course, we're going to talk about those new drones that are out there. And I'm going to put at the end of I know somebody's going to do a live stream and they're saying, is the Mavic Air going to make the Evo 2 insignificant? I'm going to make it really succinct, fast, and short. Yes. I mean, you're still going to have your Evo fans that are going to buy the Evo, but the Mavic Air 2 is going to blow everybody's doors off. And that's my prediction. So what do you think, Rod?
Well, I totally agree with you, Bill, on this. I mean, I couldn't be in more thing, but if you want me to be the other voice or whatever, I'll say that I was really impressed with some of the video and some of the features I saw in Young 360's video of the Untitled Evo 2 Pro. So if you haven't seen that video,
but here, that's fine. I get what you're saying. Well, let's save this for the show because we're all going to speculate about this.
I'll just be the counterpoint.
Wait. Brian's calling Frank Wang.
Yeah, Frank's coming on the show tonight, I think.
Yes, that's why we haven't gone live yet. Frank is hiding behind this big DT emblem. All right, 2 minutes. All right, get ready, everybody. I'm going to go get an energy drink and get wound up even more.
Oh, those energy drinks. They're so unhealthy. I
got a bottle of water here tonight. I should have grabbed the soda, but I'll try to go with no caffeine tonight. Get a lot to talk about tonight. Like Bill said, we got the Mavic Air 2 rumors coming every day. Untitled Evo 2, both the Untitled Evo, the Pro and the regular ones are making rounds on the videos now. So yeah, it's exciting times here. In the drone world, so looking forward to a big show tonight. John, how are you?
I'm good. I was happy to be able to do some flying.
I saw you flew at Ishin.
Yeah, and it was really cool because even though I haven't been able to go over to my neighbor's house, him and me were able to share a little time with the distance, fly together. So that was nice.
It looks a little bit like a Mavic 2 or something there.
Yeah, that's what they made the body out to be. Yep.
Cool. Hey, we got Lloyd Vloggers in here with us now.
Yes.
Joe Max came in here. Night Train FPV came in. FSU Grad 03 came in. Marco Drones is here with us now. Old guy in a drone. Johnny Drone Flyers here. Steve Carpenter, we got him earlier on. Welcome, Steve. So we got a lot of people in here, and it's 8:30 right now, so I think we'll be starting.
No, we won't. All our cameras are broken. This is it. This is the show. Going forward, this is going to be the new show.
Wow, there's 14 people here. Sorry, guys.
A whole bunch of people showed up, Bill, while you went to get your energy drink.
I love the blue backer. Bill,
What?
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, I was breathing hard because I had to go get Erica. She was in the bathroom. She had to finish up. Had to get her to make sure she washed her hands, and then she had to dry her hands. So then I got her tablet set up so that she can go listen to the Jonas Brothers for the 1001 time today. And then I got back here quickly. Let's go with this one. All right, how about this? Peace and welcome to Drone Therapy Season 4, Episode 15, Cabin Fever. Yes, we know you've been locked in, and yes, we're well aware that there's one new drone that's already been released and one new drone coming out next week. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, I'd like to pass it around the room and see what's up with my co-host. First of all, Mr. John Cuppi. Oh, I figured I'd catch him right when he's taking a drink.
Yeah, that's okay. Just
it's the Furball Kim happy birthday toast here on Drone Therapy.
Yeah, that's right. Furball Kim just had his 61st birthday, so there you go. Anyway, yeah, I've got a few things going on here. I was able to get some flying in yesterday, so that was pretty nice. Still on the whole lockdown thing, so that is what it is. But I'm making do with my time, just like everybody else. I think it should be a pretty good show tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Ron now.
Thank you so much, John. Welcome, everybody. I see we got a good crew in chat here already. I want to shout my friend Greg Pittman out. I see he just came in there, but welcome everybody else. I think I got everybody else shouted out, but special thanks to my friend Greg. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a big show tonight. We got, new drones to talk about and, a whole world of things. So I will pass it back to Bill and get this show started.
Get it on the road.
All right. Very cool. Glad to have everybody here. Glad to have everybody in chat. I don't know. That doesn't look too bad. Looks awkward sometimes. Figured I'd test it out. But let's go back to this one. Yeah, there we go.
Widescreen.
Yeah, kind of like that. And then we'll pop back down after we bring the chat back out. So basically what we're kind of wanting to get from everybody, we want you to think about this. I want to do our little segment kind of thing. But what we want you to think about is while we're having our little mini segment here before we get into the meat of the show is what you've been doing during the lockdown. What you've been doing. Have you been flying? Have you been looking at new drones? What new drones are you interested in? Have you found new software that you've been editing with? Have you found new photography equipment that you're helping to film your intros or your B-roll for your drone videos? Any of this stuff is open and on the table. We just want to know what you're doing to keep from going crazy while you've been locked up. So, first off, I want to get my mini rant out of the way. My mini rant is, and I've already talked about this, is over the FEMI lottery. Let's see, the base price is $349. Is that correct, Ron?
Well, I think it's $3.99, and then there's a $50 coupon. I mean, not a contest, but it's a real coupon out there. It's good until the 30th of April. They bring it down. Well, I say 50. It brings it down to $347 with his coupon, down from $3.99, and that's good through April 30th, folks. Mark it on the calendar.
Okay,
so,
but
go ahead,
before
your segue
before that, so. What if 1,000 customers don't buy it and the price goes up and that coupon's dead? So their people are either going to pay $3.99 up front at a chance to get it for $2.99, possibly. Okay, so either way, so they're either going to be paying $347 or $3.99. Do we think this drone is worth $399? Everybody, from the specs you've seen on paper, is it worth it?
Yeah, chat, tell us, give us a thumbs up or thumbs down or whatever.
Well, no, I'm asking you guys too. I'm sure the chat can tell us also. Yeah. What do you all think of this new FEMI drone? Is it worth $399 base price?
You want me to go first, John, or you want to?
You can go first, Ron.
John, you can keep working on your coffee. Is it coffee?
It's tea. It's
tea. You can work at tea. Okay. I think it is. I mean, it's basically the same drone as the FEMI X8 2018, but with some small improvements. That drone sold for I think up to $500. You can use a catch on sale in the low 400s. This one has a new camera, and there's rumors what camera it is. Some people, Bill the Drone Reviews reporting that it's the same camera. It's on the Phoebe Palm Pocket clone. That's unconfirmed. That's just something that's we've read on the internet. Other people out there say it's not as good as the current camera because it's a slightly smaller sensor size on it. But of course, nobody's seeing any videos or pictures from it. So this is all just rumors. But for the price of even if the $299 price is just a sham, which we'll get into in a second here, the $349 makes it a real solid price. That puts it at about $150 cheaper than what the Xeno 2 is at the Hubson website. The Xeno 2 is much higher at the GearBest website. So I would
like a brief pause. Just Ron,
go right ahead, Bill.
I want to say a very wholehearted welcome to Mr. Philly Drone Life. We're grateful to have you this evening. And at any given time, I will not try to ever steal your line, Dynamic Range. Of course, I can't say it with the zest and the ability that you do, my good man. I will never try to do that. I was only doing it to try to emulate you as, what is it they say? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So consider it flattery, my friend. Continue, Mr. Brown.
And also, we want to shout out Chris Hope, who just dropped in.
And our possible future president, or is it ambassador? I think he's either, if he doesn't win the presidency, he's going for an ambassadorship.
Okay.
Yes, I think that's what it is. And Chris Hope, glad to have you, sir.
So
glad to have everybody, go for it. All right.
Welcome. So I was about to wrap up. I'm going to say even if the 347s, even if you don't win the contest and it's 347, it's still I think it's a good value for what you get. John,
Ron, more or less, I agree pretty much with you. I do want to exercise caution when talking about the price of a drone that technically none of us have gotten in our hands, none of us have flown yet, but on paper, sure, I think it looks great. $340 for $349, right? Is the coupon right? That's the for sure price that you get.
For $347 if you apply that coupon.
$347, right?
Okay, does it have onboard storage?
We don't think. No, I'm going to say no. If it has, we forgot to mention one quick update. Just as of yesterday, they had a Phoebe Care package for it, kind of like DJI. What do they call DJI's care program?
Phoebe Care.
But anyhow, Phoebe Care disappeared yesterday.
Phoebe Care.
It disappeared yesterday, Bill.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean that's
up, bro. Glad to see you in the house, man.
That's why I think a lot of people are pulling the trigger on this thing, because at the end of the day, the 347 is still a really good price, at least in my opinion, for what you get on paper.
Okay.
And I will say it's like anything else you buy from China, though. You got to be cautious. The original Fimi was far from perfect. So I kind of wonder what will happen with this one. Hopefully, because it's more of an incremental update, there will be less issues with it out the door. But as we know, almost no drone maker can get a new drone out the door without problems. So that's one reason too that that's another reason too that the price. It's good that the price is $347, because you're kind of paying to be a beta tester. You will be. And I know some people think that the original Fimi is the beta version, but I don't know if I fully agree. On that one.
Yeah, okay. You talked about some issues. We know it still has the Crooked Horizon issue to this day. And Marcus discovered that he had one of the arms starting to like crack on him, and there's been some what do you call it? They fall out of the sky, and with what's thought to be this the arm, breaking or whatever, that one of the rear arms, due to the sport mode that propels this drone at about 45 miles per hour.
Oh, that's interesting. See, yeah. I hadn't even heard of that.
That's you don't hear a lot, but it happened to Marcus, and we think that's what happened to Al Duran's Fimi. His suddenly was flying along, and all of a sudden just fell straight out of the sky to the ground, and that arm breaking in the back would explain that problem.
All right, so y'all covered enough of it. We're still saying, with all these flaws in the original model, and Brian, True Drone Reviews, even said earlier that $399 was a good deal for this drone. So I still think it's really crappy to get people to invest their money early, and give like the 347 or whatever in advance, and then tease you with the 299. What I think they should have done is just said 299 to the first 1,000 buyers, and then 347 or 399 with the $50 coupon off to the next bunch. And I think it was unfair to sucker all these people in thinking that they got a chance to get it even cheaper. I mean, yes, it's a good deal for 347. It's a great deal for 347. I agree with that. But baiting them with this lottery thing is kind of mean. And I don't think it's right. That's my rant.
Yeah, I mean, how many of you guys are here have won a lottery? And besides maybe some scratch-off cards, because I've hardly ever won. So not only what are your chances of winning this lottery? There's really no oversight over it. Okay, put yourself in their shoes. Okay, if you've got thousands of orders for this thing, and people have already paid you $347 with that coupon. Really, what incentive do you have to refund a bunch of people the $50 besides goodwill? But now, like if only a few people get it, who's going to know? Who's going to know? They could maybe give it out to 100 people instead of 1,000, and then again, who's going to know? So they could do whatever the hell they want. I would really not put a lot of stock in the whole lottery thing. If they do, and thousands of people get $299 FEMAs, and we see the groups going wild, great. That's fantastic. Great. Just don't hold your breath on that one. The Chinese vendors overseas, they love to play these little games, snap up deals, turn the wheel, get the coupon, all that BS. 9 out of 10 times it doesn't even pan out. So I have very little faith in the whole lottery thing as well. But hey, at least I think the 347 is a good price for that drone on paper.
And with that being said, my rant section is finished. And it looked like that last gulp must have been really good. John, are you okay? I'm going to pass it to Ron, and Ron's going to give us an update on this exact subject that we're talking about, and maybe some Hubsan Xeno 2 updates as well. Got anything, Ron?
Well, I'll go right to the Hubsan. I fired my Hubsan Xeno 2 up the other day, and it had no updates, to the controller, to the aircraft, or to the phone app. So we're kind of just holding course on the Xeno 2 for now. I coming up with a video that's probably out the next day or two where I talk about the lens flare issue, and I actually found out that I got the Xeno 1 out, and it had almost as bad as lens flare 2 that we didn't talk about that all that much. So I'm kind of comparing the lens flare in both the Xenos. But anyhow, so no real Xeno 2 updates as of now. But we've kind of already covered most of the FEMA X8 news. The fact that 399 it's on sale for 347. Bad Goods running a contest. 1,000 people are going to get it for only $299, so they'll get rebated either the $50 or the $100 off, depending on what the price they paid for it. And but we talked about too. We don't exactly know how all the mechanics of that $299 thing is going to work. Like in the directions, it says like keep your order number. So I think we'll have to go back after the 30th to the the website again to figure out exactly how the nuts and bolts of the contest is going to run. So and that's about it really in the kind of the toy or the I hate to say toy, the advanced toy grade drones or the affordable camera drones. That's a good category. That's a good name for it. So that's kind of all I really got in that space. I mean, well, and we're later on the show we'll move into the Mavic 2 Air rumors and well, they're not rumors for the Evo 2, but we'll get a little Evo 2 chatter going. So I'll pass it back to Bill,
and I'm gonna pass it over to John for his FPV update segment.
I was gonna say before we bow out with the FEMA thing, I wanted to show an image that I got in the email. I want to show this. I want to show this to you guys, and I don't know. The image might just speak for itself, but let's see if I can pull it up here. So here's the image. I want you to pay attention to the circle part here, where it says 100 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, now go down here. It says 1,000 pieces. You make your own mind up on that one.
Oh, wow.
Well applied.
That was in an email. Okay, that was in an email. Now that could just be a mistake, but
Of course, the same email talked about a Labor Day sale in April.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell is
Labor
going on
Day
with that
sale
either.
in April.
Yeah, that's weird to me, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that image.
That's what I kind of figured. That was what I. Sorry, Ron. He took it out before I clicked you by accident. Anyway, that's what I kind of figured is we're going to hear about 100 people are going to get that lottery win, and they're going to say, and they're going to send them an email kind of like that, and it's going to say, okay, we need you. You won the lottery, but we need you to do two things first. First, we need you to place an email, or excuse me, a video on YouTube saying, I won the Banggood lottery and I got my Phoebe drone for $2.99. And then you will get your drone for $2.99. Send us the link and we'll give you the discount code. So that's what I think.
I'm not sure what this whole Labor Day thing is about, but the email says Labor Day at home. Like
April Day.
I think I got it figured out, John. Labor Day is the day the drone will actually ship and arrive at your house.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Did you see this? Okay. Art says April Day. And then Brent comes up and says, order now. We might send it by Labor Day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I stole his line there. Yeah.
We need to combine those two. The April Day sale, order now. We might deliver by Labor Day.
No. Seriously, I'm confused. Like, look at this. They're saying Labor Day at home. What the hell are they talking about? I have no idea. What is that?
Maybe no. You're talking about labor because you're stuck at home. It's not the same.
Is that the idea?
It's OUR, not.
Oh.
Wait. The teachers in the house. Is that not correct? What they're saying is you're like cleaning at home. You're laboring at home.
Okay. Laboring at home. Okay.
Yeah, laboring at home. And then you saw the mask and all the cleaning supplies, So
working hard at home on those FEMI reviews. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Yes. The 347 is a great deal. Yes, it is. I just don't think it's proper to bait more people in because that's what they're doing. It's a great marketing ploy on their standpoint. But I'm like John. I'm very skeptical as to how many will actually get that rebate. So.
And the crazy thing is, Bill, I'll say they didn't have to do it. I mean, if they were just for the 347 price, they would have still got everybody interested. They did all this, and they didn't have to do it.
Oh, and the thing about it is, if they just said the first 1,000 pieces $2.99, they'd already be gone.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then they said, and after that, we'll offer we'll offer $3.99, but we'll give you a $50 off coupon up until and say May 15th, May 20th, and they just sold another boatload.
Now, isn't that how GearBest basically did the Xeno 2 when Pro or the Xeno? Yeah, isn't that how they did it when they had the exclusive for a while? They put the price up. The price was the price. And there were no games, right? I mean, that's how they did it, right?
If you pre-order before, I think it was before the first year, it was $3.99. It wasn't.
You laughing at what I'm thinking about?
And then as soon as that was over with, it jumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look down here, Ron. You see down here? Right.
Oh yeah, Ron got his for $2.99.
Yeah, Ryan got his for $2.99. Ooh, let the controversy begin.
Oh. I wonder how Ryan got his for $2.99. That is a mystery.
Maybe he won. He's the first winner of the contest, John.
There. That's it. That's it. He's the first.
Yes, he's already been lotteried.
There's one winner
already been lotteried.
You know what that means? That means there's only 999 people left that can win.
Order quickly.
Yeah, that's right. Order quickly.
All right. So with that, we've covered that point. We've gone from my rant into I don't know what you would call it. I noticed there was a new snap tank coming out. Either one of you seen or got anything with that?
I saw people had was it the 550, Bill?
Yeah, it's like foldable, I do believe.
Something like that.
He's still up. He just got up, John. What do you mean still up? He just got out of bed, man. What did you win? Well, you won a permanent position on drone therapy if you get off work early enough. No, we're just trying to keep from going crazy while we're all locked in a box. Unlike Curtis, because Curtis is the man. Curtis delivers gas. Drone for wait. Oh,
I saw the Grunt Force one. That's more likely than winning the Feeney Lotto.
I would rather ride on Grunt Force one, to be honest with you. I would really, honestly, because of can I drive, please? Be like the dude who stole the plane from up here. Yeah, what if I'll do a barrel roll?
Hey, Ryan said he got a one-time only coupon for $2.99
from your sponsor at Bang.
Yeah, that's how he got it.
Yeah. I mean, that makes perfect sense, man. I totally get that. I mean, I got that because you're going to do a review. You're going to do a thorough review. You'll probably do 3 or 4 different videos on it. And at the most, you'll probably have a contest and give it away to one of your subscribers. I'm cool with that, but what kills me is people that will buy a drone and then they'll go, oh, I'm going to make 2 videos. I'm going to start a group for support and then bail.
Is this like a sub rant?
Remember, I told you that I could have spontaneous rants that I got to show.
Spontaneous.
We know how I am. Spontaneous rant.
We know.
Wait. John reminded me that this is the FPV portion of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of cleaning of the garage, of all the parts and junk that I have. And this is something really, really simple. I had this case. Usually my Whoop stuff is all around, all over the place. And really, really simple. I literally created a neat little Whoop briefcase here. I took the styrofoam right out of the Mobula 6-7 box there, and I put it in there, and now I've got a little spot for my batteries. I got for the Whoops, and now I just really like that. It's nice to be able to repurpose something. I got my charger down here. It's great to be able to repurpose something that you would otherwise just throw away. So yeah, there's just a little idea for you guys. Make a little Whoop case. I know a long time ago there was the FPV lunchbox. Does anybody remember that? Say in the chat if you remember the FPV lunchbox. Unfortunately,
FPV lunchbox.
Yeah, you know what the FPV lunchbox was? It was literally a box like this. It was meant to be like this. Oh, I'm leaving. Yeah, Brian. You know what, man? I'm gonna take.
Don't go dono on him. Don't go dono on him. Just stop. Don't go dono on him. Don't go dono on him. I'm gonna take
this wings land. I'm gonna fly it and drop it on your head for leaving just because we got an FPV session.
But it'll have toilet paper with it, so that's cool.
Can you fly that thing FPV, John?
I wouldn't try. No, Brian just bought this thing again. He's going to be flying it with the controller. It's just incredible.
But you did well. You did well with it just with the phone.
Well, yeah. I flew it with just the phone. Yep.
You just had a crappy battery.
Yeah, I had. Well, I had both of his batteries, but anyway, yeah, that's just a little project that I did. When I was stuck, being stuck at home, you do weird stuff like this. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
And I know I've talked about this before, but I'll mention it. I'll mention it again because I was actually talking to Indigo Rhino today about it because he was having trouble with the setup for this thing. So it wasn't that long ago that I modded the Tiny Hawk Freestyle. I put in up in the top here. I put a TBS Unify Nano 232, and it's such a small video transmitter. The thing is like literally right in here. It's maybe this big, and I threw this antenna on here. I have it held with a little very high bond tape, and it's just fantastic. And I'm able to sit in my garage and just fly all around the property. I'm able to sit in the backyard too, and literally just fly all around. And the video is so clean. I can fly off to the side of my house where I couldn't before with this thing, and it's perfectly clean. So really a recommended upgrade to any of you guys who have your Tiny Hawk sitting around. You want to do something with it.
Very cool, very cool. And I really was interested in that freestyle, and then John kind of talked me out of it. And I was happy when they took it back. And then like what was it? No more than 2 weeks later, you go, guess what?
I know they probably shipped mine and they canceled yours. That's what's sad.
No, they shipped you mine. It was here the whole time, and they just went, wait, listen to John.
Yeah, look, when I got this thing, I had some preconceived notions about it. I thought that the video was going to totally suck on it. Turned out that wasn't the case. And I also thought a few other things about it that ended up not being true. But in the end, I still did upgrade the video transmitter because I wanted that clear signal and the clearest signal possible. And I want to be able to go anywhere I wanted. So there is that. And these bumpers, Indigo Rhino printed these for me. He's really cool dude. He made these. He printed them. I actually was getting them on earlier. See, I got this motor still unscrewed. But yeah, this will help protect your frame. Hit him up if you want some of these bumpers. I think he'll print them for you.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so I guess I'll start it off. John's kind of been giving us a clue as to what he's been doing during the lockdown.
Yeah,
I myself have been flying a little bit in the backyard doing some Skydio testing, but like a dummy, I was cleaning the other day and stooped down and screwed up my back. So the last 2 sunny days, I was going from an ice pack to a heating pad, from an ice pack to a heating pad, and doing laundry. And so I didn't get it. Started raining today, so I didn't get to fly. Excuse me, didn't mean to do that. But so, and I've been dabbling around. Like I'll do one of these real quick. I want to do something, and I'm going to give this a quick shout out as a reminder. Next week, we're going to do our Support Your Local Drone Channel show, where everybody that's in the chat is talking kind of like tonight. We're going to go to your channel and highlight your channel for, I think we agreed on 2 minutes each. So I don't know if we'll put up a timer or we'll figure out how to do it, but we're going to do this every 4 weeks now. So count on it from now on. Remember that if you got new channels you're interested in or something like that, that you get on, like I said, it's going to be next week. And I'd love to get really super busy to where we got like 40 or 50 people in here, kind of Pusa-esque like. And, that's where I got the idea. And then we could have, but instead of having their, what's it called? Their wheel of spin the wheel or wheel of shout outs, we would have the, what I call it? The drone one-arm bandit or drone slot machine. And we could use this. I still may do it anyway, just because I could be like, and the next channel is. I don't know. It would be cool if we could get like random comment checker, clicker, something like that. I don't know. So that's what I've been doing, piddling around with, doing some hit film stuff, doing some Luminar 4 stuff. I would really like to probably play with Luminar 4 sometime here in the near future with some other interested parties, because I know that Ron has it as well. And I think it's got the potential of maybe being the poor man's Adobe. I really do. Their products are seriously, seriously nice. So
I'm finally looking at the chat now.
Oh, you're finally looking at the chat? Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been rolling for a little bit.
I didn't have it open, so I've got my eyes on the chat now.
Okay, so who wants? I will tell you what. I will let John Cuppi. Can you give a shout out, or can you scroll the chat? Can you all scroll the chat, or just me?
No. Well, I have another window open. I usually always pop another window open. I go to the YouTube thing and I click pop out chat, and then that's it. So I got
and make call them out. So
if
either one,
can scroll the chat in the StreamYard window, but like John said, we can have the pop up window out in the YouTube page.
You want me to do some rapid shout outs?
Yes, go for it, man.
All right, so let me go. I'm trying to not miss anybody here. Let's see. I'm gonna give a shout out to Philly Drone Live, John DiNardo, the grumpy vlogger. Oh man, I need that echo, like Pusa style for this one. Back from the Sky, Brian, True Drone Reviews, Jay Santiago, Brant Aerials, Curtis Dart. We've got Steve Carpenter, Geek Savant, who's been making his rounds today on all the live streams. We've got Ron Brown. Oh wait, no, Ron Brown's down here.
I'm here.
Mike Roach Media, Timeless Truths. We've got Phantom Flight 101. Hey, we've got, who else we got here? Arco Drone Solutions, Rojo Droner. That's awesome. And Night Train FPV. Curtis is the house. Yep, absolutely. And last but not least, Drone Pool FPV.
Did Dan just jump in the door?
Yeah, and he said, for the love of God, it's Michael D.
Yes.
Was that good?
Philly Drone Life, man.
I can do it. I've got the Jersey accent, so
you can pull it off. You don't have to. Of course, I tend to go into like a Boston accent, but I don't know why. A Boston accent with a Southern draw.
Great combo.
Dynamic range. No,
the dynamic range.
For the love of God, the dynamic range is incredible. See, I can do it because I've got some of the accent.
Man, it just feels like it's Tuesday night. It feels like I'm on a different show here.
Rick Halber, you're going to be happy with that. I'm going to tell you right now, that's awesome software. The more you get to playing with it, there's a bazillion videos on YouTube that will help you learn that software. So, like I said, this is stuff that we're talking about that we're doing in order to get through this crazy lockdown. So, yes, tell us what you're doing in the chat. We're glad to see you all talking amongst yourself. Please, if you get the chance, check out each other's channels. Do so. Next week is the time because we're going to be highlighting them for you. We'll try to get those links to the channel so that you don't have to go hunting for them and putting all kinds of weird apps in your computer in order to find out.
I think they really like my Philly impression.
Yeah. What they're wowzers about it, John.
Did you get Mike Roche too? I didn't hear Mike.
Oh, Rigor Ward has just stepped in. Hey,
Rigor's been here. Rigor's been here.
I didn't see him. Oh, I'm sorry.
And Mike Roche has been here for a little while too.
Wait. Hang on. Now, that's something I've never tried, my friend.
No shout out for Birdman. Oh, no, I missed the Birdman. How could I miss the Birdman?
Oh, you missed Birdman.
What the hell?
Bill, this is why you do the shout outs, so that way you could be hated and not me.
What? I did that enough by myself. I don't need any extra help. I always rub people
for missing somebody.
I always rub people the wrong way. And I never try to offend anybody. My delivery might be a little strange sometimes, but please understand, I love everybody. I love this hobby. I love everything about drones. If you stick a drone in front of me and say, hey, something's wrong with this, I'm going to spend the whole night trying to figure out with you what's wrong with it so we can fly it. That's just the thing that is with me. You know, I don't want to stop flying. I don't want to give in to remote ID unless they figure out some way for all of us to stay in the damn sky. It's killing me. It's driving me crazy, you know, and that's another thing that I hate to be thinking about again is remote ID. The comment period's over with. And you know what? I'm afraid we're not going to hear a word. And it's going to be under the veil of all the stuff that's going on right now. And they're going to say, oh, no. We had more important stuff going on. We knew you all didn't need to put any more input in on it. Thank you. And good day. And that'll be it.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, Joshua Bartwell expressed some concerns about that a few weeks ago on his live, I believe. And he was talking about, you know, they were planning on having protests this summer. That one protest was going to be like the first one. But there was going to be more of that, and now with all this, it's just really taking a back seat. So, yeah.
So what's everybody else been doing? Has everybody been flying? Of course, I know Philly Drone Life's been flying. He's been flying some Mavic Minis, and I do believe that he and Sean shared some. And if you haven't seen it already, please go to Philly Drone Life channel and check out the bromance that started today with Sean Geeksvana and Philly Drone Life. As I think Sean was saying something about that when he was editing, he would watch one of Philly's videos and to get that he would laugh because, well, you know how spontaneous Mike is in his videos. Especially because he's always wearing a live mic, you know. He's like, "Oh my God, that bird almost took out my drone," you know, that kind of stuff. You know?
I suppose we're going to have to investigate if you can trigger C4 on a spare UART soon. Oh boy, don't go there. Do not go there.
Wait. What?
No, we're not going there. We're not going there. We're not going down that path.
Oh, I lost all that anyway. Oh, how sweet. Sweat? Am I sweating? No, hope not.
Hey,
you flew yesterday but kept losing signal.
What drone were you flying, Art?
Yeah, what drone was that?
Maybe it was a Mini?
Maybe it was the E520S.
It probably was.
Put eyes on your drone to scare. You guys hear about how they're wanting to use drones now in this country to scare people and tell them get back inside?
Well, it has been used with the speaker.
It hasn't been used in the United States. I know they were doing it in China, but I don't know if they were.
I think in Florida they're using it to maybe if they don't speak it, but they're using it to make sure people aren't out on beaches and stuff where they shouldn't be.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know if it was actually being used here or not.
And now, if in Europe and Asia, I think they even have drones that have disinfectant they spray over areas to disinfect places. So
what's up, Ron?
We got my friend RL Photography in here. Ron, how are you tonight?
We were talking about that we want to do a Luminar night sometime in the near future, my friend. But something I want to bring up since we're kind of on this subject, and I do notice that John has already brought it up. I have not seen him in the chat tonight. I got a feeling he might be running around somewhere else. But we are giving an open invitation to Indigo Rhino because John has openly expressed he would like to get him on the show as a guest somewhere in the near future. And I said, yes, he's a fantastic person. He's very knowledgeable in the world of FPV as well as 3D printing. So we're going to give him an open invitation, and John's going to try to get in contact with him. And we would like to know from you guys if you'd like to see Indigo Rhino on the show with us. So you say yes, 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 and you can go shout him out too and say, hey, man, they're talking about you on Coast to Coast Drones. They want to get you on drone therapy. So John's going to reach out to him too so we can hopefully get him here on a future episode. I also want to say that if you haven't already noticed, in Coast to Coast Drones on YouTube, on Facebook, we have someone that posts quite often. His name is Danny Tomas, and he is from, I want to say, I don't want to say the wrong place, but anyway, he's Latino, and I don't want to say the wrong country. So he does a lot of really cool editing stuff in Adobe software and everything. And so we wanted to kind of spread things around a little bit. So we're going to try to have him on here in a couple of weeks to express and explain to us some of his uses in editing for Adobe products. Like I think he did something the other day. He found like a stutter in a music track. And then he matched it to the video so that the video like slowed down for the whole stutter. It was really cool. And he's actually gotten some comments on it in Coast to Coast Drones. So Ron, what have you been doing during the shut-in?
Well, I'm glad you brought Luminar up, and Ron Lockwood said he's up for the Luminar show, Bill, in the chat. I have to agree with Bill. I mean, we got Luminar, I think, before the Christmas holidays, the end of last year. And I didn't really get a lot of time in with it at first, but this winter, I've really been playing with it. And Bill is also a big fan of the sky replacement filters in it. And now they even have object replacement filters where you can not only put a sky in, but you can put something in that sky, like a balloon or many different things. And it works amazingly well. But just basic editing is good. In fact, Bill said it could rival Adobe. I actually feel more creative using Luminar for the work on an image than I do in Lightroom or Photoshop. I mean, Photoshop is more for people that are professionals or whatever. If you're just a photographer, unless you're a professional photographer, but you're taking things out of images and putting them in. I know I talked about skies, but I mean like, just removing buildings and putting things in for ads. I mean, Photoshop is overkill for somebody like me or whatever. And again, Luminar allows me to be more creative. I mean, some of the fine-tuned controls in there, they may be in Lightroom and Photoshop, but they're harder to find. I mean, I love the new Luminar 4 interface over the previous versions, and it just makes me a better photographer because it makes me be more creative in posting. I think Bill will agree with me.
It took me a while to get used to it, but once, you tell me it wouldn't let me put it in. You're trying to tell me it was too big. Anyway, I'll have to size it now. But yes, and to begin with, it took me a while to figure out where the tools were because I had gotten used to using the other Luminars, right? And so once I figured it out, and then I figured out that they had melded like some softwares, which kind of I was happy with, but we'll take what they give us.
What Bill's trying to say, they took some of you think they took some of your favorite features away from the previous version, but lots of times they're still in there, but they're under a different name now or in a different spot. So you kind of have to hunt for a few things that may have been your favorites in 3, and now they're not obvious. But
and they've jacked up the AI something serious.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You talk about one-touch stuff, man. I mean, it's great. Even Ken Dono will tell you. I mean, Luminar will you can throw an auto color on a Luminar and it's going to grade it out. Like the most you might have to do is get a manual white balance somewhere off your photo, which is easy to do once you understand what you're doing.
Right.
And then once you do that, that's it. So,
hey, Bill, have you ever been using Luminar and you're really doing good in the picture and it pops in your mind, boy, I wish I had Luminar for a video.
Well, I don't know if they're working on anything like that.
If they are, I'm just saying it. I haven't heard any rumors.
Curtis, is Curtis still in the chat? Do
Curtis
you still talk to?
Yep.
Do you still talk to Roman?
Do
you still talk to Roman? He would know if there's anything like that in the works.
Well, video is a whole different, it's a world of hurt comparing to editing photos. So if they are, hats off to them because it won't be easy.
True.
If they did that, Bill, we'd have to have that video editing show again where we talk about all the favorite video editors. That was a great show we did.
Well, we'll still have to do that like every period because software is always updating. So there might be some new element that might come out in one software that's going to make it take 10-fold leaps above the others. And yes, I'm going to get back to the chat in a second. I was trying to share something, and I don't know where I stashed it. Where did I stash it? Where did it go?
Ron Locke would say he hopes to make an iPad compatible version of Luminar 4. I've been wishing the Luminar products would go on the mobile devices, but they haven't made that shift yet. But yeah, Ron's right. If they made an iPad version of Luminar 4 where you could transfer the edits back and forth or whatever, that would make my year.
Yeah. Okay. So I figured out what I was looking for now. It should be there. It is. Okay, it's loading now. Finally.
Hey, your buddy Film Sensi made it into the chat, Bill.
Oh wow! Hey, what's up, bro? He's still awake. I know it's only like 15 after 9. But yeah, we were talking about software again. Okay, we were talking about are you still in contact with Roman, and is Skylum Products thinking about going into video editing? Just rented lips.
Did anybody get that? Heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, we're just asking if you knew that or not.
I want to shout out Birdman 316 since he felt unloved earlier in the show.
I keep trying to put that. Okay, there they are. They're up here. Oh, okay. Like Ron was talking earlier about how you can do the software-based additions, like you can add planets and birds and balloons, or you can actually add your own objects.
Do you have a nice object to add, Bill?
You don't see that?
Oh, you put your graphic right in one of them. Okay, that would be really cool.
Yeah. But the thing about it is depending upon how you change the textures and stuff in Luminar from the AI, what is it? AI structure, something. You can. Depends on how much of your actual photograph will come through in front, how much will go behind.
Yeah.
You can relight it depending upon kind of a way
the
to
opacity. The opacity. Yeah.
But no. It's different. There's a different masking technique, and there's also a way to set the different opacity on it. There's probably about 5 or 6 different settings for the objects itself for how you can manipulate it within the photograph. So it's really cool. Like I made one with the planet, and I think one guy was asking me, he was like, well, you can't see the planet behind the tree. And I was like, because it's not next to the planet. It's in shadow. You get?
And how about the fact that you have to put that stuff like on a base layer? You can't you can't do a whole bunch of layers. You have to put on a base layer.
No, you've never been able to add. You can add a blank photo and then put those things on that layer,
right,
and manipulate that completely separately from. Is that what you're talking about?
I always, well, you know, at first I found I thought I couldn't do it, and then like I guess I pinged them, and they said it had to go into base layers. Now I just make sure I do it on that base layer before I add more adjustment layers where I add my other corrections. I mean, I'm not saying there's not another way to do it. That's just the way I do it.
Oh, no. But you said you heard that's what Skylum told you. Well, I would love to be. So that's something I was unaware of. I was under the understanding that you could add other layers, say a blank photo layer, and then add whatever you wanted to it, and then adhere that to the other layers like you could similarly in Adobe.
Well, I'm not saying you can't. I just never tried that. I only tried the one way I found it worked, and I never tried anything else. So what you're saying, Bill, could be completely right. I just haven't tried it.
Oh, whoa! Did you see this?
Actually, Polar Pro has a video editor they plan to give out for free. Not sure that would hold up either. Okay, Polar Pro, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's super cool.
Yeah, the makers of fine filters everywhere, and D filters.
Oh yes, definitely Cadix. I'm not even going to think twice if that's what you're going to throw out there as an offering. What do you say, John?
Oh, I'm focused on the chat here. I'm sorry.
That was one of the most recent chats from our versions.
Oh, yeah. I was tuning out what you guys are saying. Sorry. Yeah, I actually heard great things about the Zing motors.
Oh, did he just wait? Did he just say what I thought he said?
Well, you got rearranged, John.
We're on top now, man. That's what you get.
Yeah, but John's window looks a little wider or bigger. John's got the Ruby window.
Yeah, now everybody's talking about John.
Yeah, I see that.
Hey, John, I got a question for you. I got an FPV question for you.
Sure.
Did you see Kelly Shores' latest video where he rigged up an FPV system and he first tried to put it on his Seaman X5 and the Seaman X5 could not lift it. Then he went and got his X8 out and he kind of flew it all around the backyard with his makeshift FPV kit he put in like a plastic container. Did you get to see any of it?
What is that an old video or a new one?
I think he just released. I think it was just released in the last day or two.
Oh no, then I haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay.
No.
He's like Bill thought he's been bored inside trying experiments.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm definitely gonna check that out.
So how long has the Cadix been in Mobula 7 HD?
It's the Cadix Turtle, right? It's been been in there for a while. Funny thing is, I actually don't like the Turtle though. The Turtle V2. Now the Baby Turtle looks great, but the Turtle V2 I actually don't like.
Oh, so well, has anybody in the chat really talked? Okay, we've seen. Okay, at least RC Fun Diversions told us what he was doing during the shut-in, and we've all said what we were doing during the shut-in. Has anybody else in the chat, or have we really been that stupid and entertaining that they didn't have a chance to tell us? I can't believe that. Not possible. I mean, Philly Drone Life's already left like half the show. He's like, I'm not going to stick around anymore. Billy and them are boring now. I'm going to go somewhere else where I stand out more.
What? Oh my God.
Well,
no comment.
What do you mean no comment? I didn't mean it that way. I don't see him anymore. And we're down to 24. Oh, we get the Philly Drone Life hear me calling.
He's still here.
Philly heard me.
You talked to you, Bill.
There he is. Right there. He's still there. I was afraid you'd left me. I really was.
Mike, you got disrespected there, but we had faith in you.
Disrespected? No, I was hurt. I thought he had abandoned me. I was going to have to spend a lot of extra time on the couch because Mike had left.
Mike would never leave you, Bill.
Okay, just making sure.
He had to make his coffee, Bill. During his show, he always makes a coffee run.
That's why I had to get my energy drink. But I would never disrespect you, Michael. You're one of my favorite people in the world. I don't want you to ever think that you're not one of my favorite people in the world. Okay? Thank you.
Speaking of Mike and speaking of Luminar, Bill, I haven't. It's not public yet, but I took one of Mike's pictures that he took of downtown Philly with William Penn and the buildings, whatever. I'm gonna send it to you. I reworked it in Luminar, and I think it looks pretty neat. But I need to get your opinion.
Post it. Put it up now.
Well, it's not online anyplace, and I don't know how to show a picture on the screen here that's not online. Like on my desktop, I can't get it to appear in StreamYard.
What?
If I don't have the picture on the web someplace,
is it not on your computer? Here's all I need you to do: is the picture on your computer?
Yeah, I would have to export to the desktop, but it's in photos right now.
Okay, basically all you have to do in order to show something in StreamYard. Okay, and I'm going to do this for everybody since we're all kind of
tutorial moment.
If you want anything that you want to show in StreamYard, Chrome is your friend. Right. So JPEGs, PNGs, right click on your photo or and you're going to say open with Chrome. Okay, then you're going to go down to the bottom of the screen that you see in your StreamYard toolbar. You'll see a little thing that looks like a computer screen. It says share screen. You click on the share screen. Then you're going to go over to where it says Chrome tab. You're going to click on that Chrome tab, and it's going to show you what all that you can share. So like right now, I've got a StreamYard tab, and I have a Facebook tab from where my wife just posted some pictures of our daughter and the dogs. So you can also share application windows, like where I have made the smaller version of the screen, the picture that I had made with Luminar for. You can do the applications. You can do the entire screen. It's up to you. So it's really cool. Also, I noticed a lot of people, I do believe, I think even in the free version, you do have limited, you can't take away your watermark, your logo up here like I have up here. Everybody has this one up there. So with the paid version, you can remove that and put your own logo up, kind of like I've got mine up there now. You have the ability to add multiple overlays and stuff. I'm not sure if you can you change overlays in the free version or not? Like what I mean is like I was showing the guys earlier, I had made this. So StreamYard allows you the ability to play 30-second overlays or video clips. So that's how we do our little intro thing. That's how we do the little outro thing. But I just discovered tonight also that you can go with an overlay window like this. We can still talk in the background. We can still bring up all your comments, highlight them like this. So instead of me doing that crazy thing at the end where I used to, I have to time the way the show ended, what we'll do now is I'll play the video at the end. We'll drop back out to, at the end of it, this banner will be up and we'll show some people's comments and stuff before we finish off. What the hell? What a minute. What are we talking about? What do you mean, what the hell? You can drag and drop a picture into a new Chrome tab also. See, there's something else. Thank you. We're getting some interaction from the chat.
Oh, nice.
Everybody else is just laughing and making fun of us.
Okay, well, let me create another Chrome tab and try to drop a picture into it.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, what's it up to now? What's it up to now? Jay? You see, he's saying that they've upped the amount of an overlay video. So did they just do that the other day? Because it was still 30 megs in 30 seconds the other day.
Has anyone done live streaming with their Osmo Action yet? Anybody do that yet?
I can't get it to work. Remember, I tried last week.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm asking. Has anyone ever done that?
It was Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm asking if anyone's gotten it to work.
I've seen videos.
I couldn't believe Geeks Vana today said he films almost all his stuff on his DJI Osmo Action. I never guessed that.
No, I wouldn't have either. Oh, new this week. Okay, so overlays are now longer. I did not know that till tonight.
Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil.
Okay, I can't get it to work. I tried last Saturday. Wasn't it Saturday I tried so much?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried Saturday. John and I have decided that maybe from time to time, and Ron maybe too, that we will have a wide open show on Saturdays that we're just going to call what did I call it? The Anything Goes show. The
Anything Goes show. Yes.
So the AGS show. So we'll randomly have those, and so we'll show up. Oh, Ron's got. Oh, and
whoever gave me that advice, it worked.
Wow, Ron.
Sorry, I couldn't get it any bigger than that.
That's okay, because I'm sorry that you all can't see it, but Ron did a phenomenal job.
Now this is Philly Mike's photo. I did nothing but edit in Luminar, and basically I just cropped off the left. There was some stuff in there I didn't need on the left, and Billy Penn was in the shadows, but was almost complete in the shadows. So I kind of brought him out of the shadow, and that kind of reddish color is the natural color once I removed the shadow from it. And I accented the sun on those 3 buildings. It wasn't quite as golden hour looking until I hit the golden hour slider in Luminar 4. And again, that's the capability of Luminar 4 to remove shadows, because Billy Penn was almost completely in the shadows.
That's it. Copyright straight.
Oh, we're giving you full credit. Yeah, I just said I didn't do anything but hit a couple sliders.
Okay, Jay said use your mouse wheel on the Chrome tab and you can zoom in and make it bigger.
Oh, wow. Jay is a man of...
there you go. Yeah,
he's a man of much knowledge.
So, okay, let me guess. You started out by taking your whites and highlights down.
I forget all. I forget all the little adjustments. Possibly.
Oh, wait a minute. It says no, too late. We need to deal with your subs, Ron. Oh, so he's saying you need to barter with him since you were the one that displayed this, because it says Ron's screen. So I can leave. No, YouTube. It wasn't me. It was Ron.
But if you
it needs a lens flare. Yeah.
If anybody wants to purchase this, send Philly Drone Life $500 and we'll get you a hand autographed copy coming out to you. But that is the look of downtown Philly. If anybody hasn't been, William Penn, I believe, is on top of the courthouse building.
Did you see the picture that Bailey took? I think it was it yesterday?
With the statue of the building and the city in the background.
Yeah, he was on the back side of the statue, looking out, talking about how he said that William Penn looking over the city.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one. He said he's working on his photography during this lockdown.
Oh, I haven't talked to him a whole.
Well, poor Billy. Did you hear what happened? I shouldn't tell his business. He had a little mishap with his car, but I won't tell his business.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Not another one.
It wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident.
You done the thing about this. You done got us all on the edge of the damn cliff, Ron. You gotta push us over now. You gotta push us over the cliff.
You gotta tell us. You gotta tell us.
Well, Billy needs to come on the show and complete the story.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Okay,
man. Well, it's like
I'm leaving the door open for him to come on and finish the story.
Well, we'll know by the time that happens, because it's going to be like 2070. Maybe not quite that long. Maybe sooner than that. But I would just you
want me to shoot the show link over to have him come on in 5 minutes?
Yeah, if you send him the show link. He won't come on in 5 minutes because it's already 9:30, and I'd say him and the missus are chilling. So anyway, now we're at that point of the show. Is it Evo 2 or is it Mavic Air 2? Evo 2, Mavic Air 2. Evo 2, Mavic Air 2. And I will tell you right here and now, you don't need to go watch a show and talk about it for an hour or an hour and a half or 15 minutes for that fact. DJI Mavic Air 2 is going to squash Evo 2. And that's just my prediction.
Them's fighting words, Bill.
I'm not trying to do it as fighting words. I saw Dan put out an excellent video. He was like driving to work, I think, the other day. And he was saying, which one would you buy? He was saying, would I take the Evo 2 Pro or would I take the Mavic Air 2? And his reasoning was cool, because he's saying as long as you keep giving DJI the money, they're going to keep dominating the market. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to, if I want to buy a Corvette, I'm not going to settle for, a little cheap Datsun that's running the ditches somewhere. You know, and I'm not going to blame it on, and I'm not going to say, oh, if I don't buy, if I buy an off-brand, then Corvette's just going to go downhill, and then this brand's going to get better. I'm like, no, man, I want the Corvette because I know it's fast. I know it's tested. I know it's true. I know they're going to put the best tech in it. I know they're going to give it the best technology every time and keep updating it. So why wouldn't I want it? And I get that. I understand that DJ is at the top of the hump. But I honestly think that there's some other smaller companies that are right there chipping at their heels. I love my Skydio too. I think it has limitations. It doesn't like dark. Right, the lower the light, it does not like it. So, and then I was talking to Skydio about my little mishap with the landing, and he was telling me that it turns off the obstacle avoidance when it lands. So there was no reason for it to dart 6 inches to the left unless the barometer had a misread. So they're wanting me to send in the logs in order to see if it could possibly be a bad barometer now.
Oh,
so
interesting. Interesting.
Wow, man.
That is interesting.
But I don't think it was that, because I don't care what Skydio says. Have you ever noticed, Ron, that when the Skydio 2 is landing, that camera will turn down and look where it's landing?
Yeah, and it puts that little cartoon picture of the drone, like, I guess, on the spot where it's trying to land.
Right. Except on mine, I've never seen that.
Really?
I just now realized that.
Wow.
Uh-oh. John got bombed.
Oh, that's just my ringtone. Don't worry. I was going to cut my phone.
You thought you were in trouble. But
no, I'm not in trouble.
On to what Bill was saying.
Wait. Do you want to buy an old Mavic Air for a good price? Fly more combo now.
Low mile?
I know Robert's somewhere in the chat, and he and I have a side deal going on that I had mentioned that was a possibility for, but I was considering. It's got like filters. It's the Flymore combo. I don't have the original box. Yada 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 yada. Oh, he's leaving. All right.
I have a Mavic Air 2 purchase deal. I want to offer it to everybody.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
I'm gonna offer this. I'm gonna offer a $749 price instead of $799. But you got to give me the $799 up front. I'm gonna have a lottery. 1,000 of you are gonna win. So send it to me. I'll have the lottery, and 1,000 of you lucky guys are going to win the Mavic Air 2 for only $749. I'll have my PayPal in the description after the show. If you want to pre-order.
Oh, he's asking. Wait a minute. Who else leaving? I know. Okay, so Ron's going to bed. Let's see. RC Funds the Virgin's going to bed. Is Philly going to bed? Philly just got out of bed, man. Philly's bailing. He's going to leave me. You're going to leave me, aren't you, Mikey? You're going to run away, aren't you, Mikey? Okay, that's fine. You've grown bigger than the nest. You can fly away. Anyway. Oh, Curtis is still here. I'm glad to see you here, Curtis. I know. Curtis is a good man, and if you haven't ever checked out Curtis's channel, you need to go check out Curtis's channel because he makes some seriously professional graphics. And if you haven't seen just on Curtis's channel, you need to go check out the Grumpy Vloggers channel because he's running for president of these here United States, and he needs your vote. So you need to go check out his channel, and if you're interested, give him your vote. And check out the videos that Curtis has made for him for his political campaign, as well as the various endorsements he has on his channel. I thought you were daring. You were dating. Goodbye. No. We're not saying. We're still talking. What do you all think about the Mavic Air and the Evo 2? The Mavic Air 2 and the Evo 2.
Hey, Bill, let me say something. Everybody in the chat, you don't have to say anything, but say Mavic Air or say Evo 2. Say one. Say one or the other, and we know that.
If you had the money to buy, which would you buy? You don't have to be interested in it, but if you had the money to buy and you were just going to impulse buy, right, which one would you buy?
Say all your other drones all of a sudden stopped working, and you had to buy one of these two. all your drones were in the shop.
Curtis, you're so funny, man. I'm waiting on it to come up.
Oh, he's getting the 3 Pro.
Yeah. So you're going to wait till August or September, right?
But what if all your drones are broken and you can't fly until then?
Ooh.
In all fairness, if money was absolutely no object, because the fact is,
you just hit a big lottery.
Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a bad good lottery, but a real lottery, John.
I'm gonna have a big lottery. Yeah. Well, if I wasn't going to have that lottery,
talk about winning the lottery, he's going to buy both. I guess I put that out there. I guess I should have. I put that out there. Yeah, if it's hypothetical and you can afford it, both.
Yeah, if you can, yeah. But if you were to choose one or the other, and money was no object, damn, I feel like that's an impossible. I feel like that's an impossible thing to answer at this point because we haven't actually seen the Mavic Air 2. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it.
Only leaked photos. But
mostly
Mavic Air 2 all day long.
Pro.
So we've had like 2 Evo 2s and one, and mostly Mavic Air 2s. We've had a Mavic 3 Pro.
Hey, President Lloyd's buying the Air 2.
Now he said if he was going to buy one, he doesn't need one.
Well, that's your question. You said if you had to buy one, so he gave the answer. That Timeless Truth is buying that X Dynamics drone. We forgot about
was
that
it like
one.
$3,000?
Oh boy!
Now is that out yet, Bill?
I don't know, but it's like $3,000, isn't it? Isn't it like $3,000?
Something like that.
Can you buy it?
Like that.
They should stick to building controllers. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to stop saying that. They should stick to building controllers. They should build controllers for DJI.
Is there any third-party controller makers out there outside of the FPV ones? What's the big names in the FPV world for controllers, John?
Free Sky and TBS now is a big one because they've got the TBS Tango 2 controller. Anybody in the chat have that?
Jumper. What about the Jumper?
Jumper 2? Jumper's a big name too. That's right. Jumper, TBS, and Free Sky rule the roost.
And if you want to go deeper, what Tyrannus for the freestyle?
Yep.
That's pretty much the standard.
Well, everybody has the money and won't buy either one.
After Timeless Truth says X Dynamic, everybody stopped voting. So I guess we're going to declare the Mavic 2 Air the winner.
John DiNardo, yes, the Mavic 2 Air is the winner. Like I said, it's not. You don't even need to have a show because it's what's going to happen. And I'm already hearing that there's soft focus issues. Oh. The horizon's screwed up. There's various things wrong with the Evo 2.
What show are you talking about, Bill?
What do you mean? What show am I talking about? I'm saying in general when people want to compare.
Oh, okay.
Because they're going to. They're going to say But I'm not trying to bust on the Untitled because it's a great product. But it's again for that kind of money and from that kind of a company, you shouldn't have a toyish soft focus issue.
Oh,
and here's my another.
There's a rant. It's another
mini rant coming. Here's my thing. Why the hell create 4K, 6K, or 8K if it's supposedly going to create noise when you edit? It's asinine. Why even bother? Our eyes can see crisp, focused images. We're just not used to it because we've been weaned up from 420p. So we've looked at a blurry, horrible. Go back and look at some of your old TV shows, and you'll wonder how in the hell did my eyes manage to determine what was on that screen? Because it's horrible compared to now. So our eyes have grown and adjusted over the years. So they're able to see crisp, defined images. So I'm tired of hearing about this. Well, you need to soften it up in post and you need to blur because you're going to get noise and stuff off of all those. But then it's not really 4K, is it? It's not really 6K, is it? So up to now, we've not really had these things because my question is if they don't function properly at 4K, 6K, or 8K levels because you get noise or whatever after editing, then they're not working, right? That's pretty much the fact of it is if you're getting all these distorted images when you blow them up into that size, then they're not working. They're not functioning.
And, and from what I've seen, when you throw that thing into log profile for your video, it's the flattest log I've almost ever seen. Like you have to really work hard to get it back to where, the colors look right and everything. And did you guys know this? I saw this in Young 360's video. If you take the Evo Pro, that's a 6K model.
Okay.
If you take it down to 4K, you also have you can add HDR to it.
Oh.
And
so you're saying that if you shoot it in 6K,
you don't have HDR.
You revert it
to 4K, you gain HDR.
Oh.
And that's from the already recorded file somehow?
Well, I think Young 360 meant you had to choose that option.
Okay, yeah.
When you went from 6K to 4K, then that HDR option appeared as a thing you could click at that point.
Oh, okay, but you have to do that before you
take the shot. Yeah,
okay,
right.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Or you would have to stop recording, like you do pretty much with. You can't stop change on the fly. Pretty much with anything, you'd have to stop recording.
If I understood her video correctly from watching it, that's what you said, exactly what I gathered from it. And here's something I didn't know about the Evo 2 either, and this may just be the Pro. And she didn't say this specifically, but she said it when she switched to 4K. When she went down to 4K, she had 4 stops of zoom lossless. So it actually is a zoom at 4K, at least 4 stops. But she could go 10 stops of zoom, but only the first 4 were lossless. So I didn't know that the Pro actually
has a mechanical zoom. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not mechanical, but it's lossless.
Okay, but technically. Okay, how could you have lossless zoom without it being mechanical? And then you go all the way to 10 steps because the other 6 steps are digital.
Right. And they're not lossless. It gets greater and greater. Well, the Paranafi is the same way in a lower level thing. It has it doesn't have a zoom that moves or whatever, but it has, optical zoom, and the first couple stops, depending on whether you're 4K, 2.7 or 1080p, you gain extra stops each level you go down of zoom. And the lossless ones do look good, but as soon as you go to the non-lossless ones, they look real fuzzy.
But the thing about, did you see what Curtis is saying here? The Altel Evos are infamous for yaw problems. So.
I did see Fly Past video, and he did talk about it not flying as well as the Mavic 2. He did.
Okay, and here's my thing. Here's the thing that I have mentioned before, and I think people are going to be surprised. And this is just me, and I think it would be really cool if y'all saw in the pictures from that Mavic Air. Did you notice that it had some serious dings on it?
Dings.
Yeah, dings. Yeah, no. Like where it had been beat up, like it had been wrecked a couple of times.
No, I didn't see it had a.
No, I would love to see that. You should pull those up and point those out to us, because I bet you there's a bunch of people who don't know about that.
Well, but if you look at how thick the conformal coating is on it, here you go. I got it right here, man. Give me just a sec here. Y'all gonna like this. You can see it right up on the corner. La, 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 la.
Birdman. Which one's Birdman possibly getting, the Altel or the DJI Mavic Air 2?
Thing, come here.
I mean, for me, I just want to look. Most likely, I think the Mavic Air 2 is going to win out, but I just want to wait to make any final decisions, until we actually see some footage from it and everything else, and we really get a full idea of the specs. Could you imagine if, God forbid, it came out with Wi-Fi or something stupid like that, and everyone was wrong?
Look at the upper corner up here. See, ding, 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 and you look how thick that conformal coating is. Can you all see that?
I do.
Nobody noticed that it had been beat up before, huh? But look how thick. I think it's going to be waterproof, folks, or at least so close to being waterproof you can put it out in a mild mist or fog and not worry about it.
So I can maybe
find the little mark on its head there, that little black mark.
No, look right here. Can you not see my? Can you see my cursor at all? Look right over.
I can't see the cursor.
Okay, look over to the right from the
front
sticker.
leg.
Front leg, okay.
Over to the right from the sticker on the body itself, you can see 3 chunks taken out of the body.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
The other one's separate.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. There's 3 little yeah, it looks like it looks like just paint, I guess, that's been chipped off of it.
Because it's been beat up.
Yeah, I guess maybe somebody crashed it.
Maybe
or
somebody's flying an FPV.
Well, what I'm trying to say is it's built very similarly. It's like a little spark tank. So this is the Mavic tank. So they've learned from where everybody thought the Spark was a tank. They put some heavier coating on this to where you can beat it up a little bit. And I think with the extra coating, you're going to be able to last in, more difficult conditions beyond what you normally would with the other birds, as long as you wiped them down.
Well, that would be
I'm not so sure about that one. I'm not so sure about that one. But,
of course, you wouldn't be so sure about that one. I know you wouldn't be.
I'm not so sure about that one. You know what I think that is? I think the paint's weak because it's a pre-production model, and
yeah. The more I look at it, the more it does look like they've just kind of like somebody's slopped stuff on it. Because
well, it's funny because like that actually reminds me of early
there's a big
beta
gouge on it too.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me too of like early beta FPV frames that were sent out for review. Almost everybody had the blue coating on the frame chip off because they hadn't actually decided on the final color yet. So who knows? Maybe they painted it and that's a pre-production unit. That could be it. But obviously it's been messed up.
Oh look! I already fly in the fog in the rain. Yahoo! So. Let's see. What was I going to say? Does anybody know what I was going to say? No, me neither.
No, I have no idea.
What were you going to say before you went to the mic? Say, hey, John, I want to say here. I know what I want to say. John said you want to wait and see how the Mavic 2 Air flies for making a decision. Well, it comes out at 9:30 Monday, so at 9:35, YouTube will be flooded with the flight reviews of the big time YouTube channels that already have it. So it won't take you won't have to wait long to find out how well it does in the air.
Absolutely, and we'll know everything about it. And most likely it will be a great option in general for many people over the Autel. Not just because of the price, but
let the conspiracies begin.
Prop mark.
Yes.
I don't know. Or the prop
flaw. It's a design flaw.
Oh, we better switch back to the Evo 2 now.
Oh yeah. See, what bothers me about Autel is I used to love Autel a lot more because they were the underdog at the time. They had a really great U.S. support presence, and honestly, in recent times, I think a lot of that is gone. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are so many people at Autel that have just left who were there for a long time, and now that U.S. support presence is practically gone per se. It's very look, Autel was always based out of China, right? It was always a drone made in China, but the support was always stellar and all that. And I think a lot of those guys are not there anymore. So I don't know. Autel also has software development slowness. It takes them forever to fix any problem, which doesn't bode well for this Evo 2 thing. Any of the issues with it doesn't bode well with it. Anybody who owns an X-Star Premium knows how long it took them to fix the issues with the yaw, amongst some other things.
Well, I know somebody knows the X-Star Premium, John. Our good friend Brian Singleton from True Drone Reviews.
Yep,
and not too long ago, right?
He just got it recently.
Yep.
Along with that other drone, that kind of I don't know, kind of sci-fi looking drone he got.
The XSP is infamous for two things, unfortunately. Flaky batteries that just for some reason go to 0% when you least expect it.
Oh, that's not good.
And, yeah, the Autel battery issues. Our good friend Heath Lawrence, he did so much research into the battery issues, and God bless him, rest in peace. He was Autel's #1 man. I'm giving him a shout out here. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I'm sure he'd love to be all over that Autel Evo 2. Me and Ryan, we were talking about that just the other day. What would Heath Lawrence think about this? He was the Autel man.
He'd be knee deep in the damn testing. He'd already be testing stuff for them.
Oh yeah, and
knee deep in the testing.
And when I saw some of the issues that people are having with it, I thought to myself, we would already, because Heath was always doing the testing and kind of telling us what was going on. And I said to myself, I said, we would have already known this stuff. This stuff may have already actually been ironed out because Heath would just fly all day, every day. He was flying constantly. So he found all the issues with Autel stuff. Whereas I feel like some of these issues, I don't know how they didn't realize that they were problems. So.
And Philly brought up something too, and I was stunned at how well it's performed for Brian, and that's the Vitus. It has actually done a pretty good job, and he was saying that it's very Spark-esque like. So, and then another thing that Brian was talking about, it has a lithium-ion battery long before the rest of of people were using ion in drones. And I had no idea that the Vitus had an ion battery until I watched his video talking about that.
Until Brian got it, I don't know anybody else who ever owned the Vitus.
It's not a bad looking little drone.
No, I think it kind of looks like it should be in like one of the Alien movies.
Or it looks right. It looks kind of like a mini Inspire to me. Kind of.
No, I like the sci-fi looking design of it. Brian had some gimbal issues on his first flight, but he seems to have got the gimbal sorted out now.
Wait a minute. So, okay, now we're saying, Sean's saying Autel mishandled the launch, Delta Blow. Yeah, they really did, because you don't come out and say, hey, we got a 1-inch sensor, but by the way, we're going to go ahead and come out with this cheaper sensor first, but we don't know for sure when it's going to come out, but it's really good, but we don't know for sure when it's coming out, and we really want you to stick with us, and we're going to have some more video next week, but we're not going to have the drone out then, but we're still going to get more video, and we're going to do some firmware updates, but we're really going to tell you what's happening.
Right, there's actually a name. Some people have coined it the coming soon syndrome with Autel, because that is a huge problem with them. Well, if you ask them a question about something, they always say, well, we're working on that. It's coming soon. And when is soon? When is that? And when you're trying to sell a product like that, that's not what you want to hear.
That's just like all these channels that would say, oh, it's just a leaked photo. Yes, from DJI. And if it's a leaked DJI photo, you can bank on that drone coming out very soon. Because, I mean, come on, folks. As many times as we've seen it, guess who leaks them photos? They come from different sources, but I guarantee you they all coming from DJI. Every one of them. Man.
Because almost every leaked photo comes 100% true.
Yeah, I'm like, it was
Ron, there's a question for you.
What?
Ron, what's a good price for a Xeno? Well, RC Fun Diversions. I don't know which Xeno you make, so I'm going to give you both. The Xeno 1, I'd wait until you could get it for under $250. You can use, if you wait, you can usually get one for around $230, controller, one battery. For the Xeno 2 now, that introductory price of $399 is gone. Now, if you go like the Gear Best, they're going to try to charge you $599 for it. But if you go to Hubson's official website, you can get one for $499. But at this point, I'd wait until the market gets saturated, and then you'll see that price go way down again. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Hubson reacted to this whole Hubson X8 SE $299 thing and came down with a nice price reduction in the near future. So if I was looking for a Xeno 2 RC Fun Diversion, I would just kind of wait it out a few weeks or a month here and see how they react to the whole thing.
I'll tell you right now, here's your deal. Black Friday, bang good. Xeno 2, $199.
Wow. With a contest bill?
No. I'm talking Black Friday, bang good this year. Xeno 2, $199. 1,000 units.
Oh yeah, and you can get an additional 50% off for the 1,000 customers.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, gotta have a lot.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I'm thinking that production will be pretty close back to as close as we're gonna get to full-fledged by then. Right. So, and all these companies are gonna need to make money, and they're gonna need to make money fast. And they got products sitting on the shelves waiting, and so they're gonna need to make some cash. and they're going to need to make it quick. They're going to need to build some capital. And so pretty much every country in the world's throwing out money to help all these businesses get going again. So they're pretty much on a free ride for about 4 to 6 months. So in order to stockpile some money fast, I think this Christmas you're going to see some unbelievable deals. But I think because of the way that things have gone on, there's going to be a lot of people strapped for cash, and that's why you're going to see such incredible deals. I think that's about when it's going to hit the hardest, where everything has been, because that's about the time, when things are going to start to kind of slowly, I think we're all hoping that things are going to get semi-normal by then. But where we've been shut down for so long, the lump or the bubble, I think, is going to hit about that period. Does that make any sense?
It does. It does.
Yeah, I mean, the economic effects from just being shut down as long as things have been thus far, I mean, I don't think anybody can deny that there's just a lot of people that are down and out. And when things do get unlocked down, their jobs are just not going to come back. Some of them are just not going to come back. So, yeah, people are going to be strapped for cash.
I'm going to tell you something else. If you want to get something cool for yourself to play with or something fantastic for your kids to play with, as you can see in the photo over here, the 3 Cheerson, what is it, CXOF. And they are incredible little drones. They have optical flow in the bottom. And if you got enough light in the room, they will sit just like a little GPS drone inside. And they love to fly around. You can get them with a controller, or you can fly them with a phone app if you can still find them. I don't even know is Cheerson still in existence at all, John?
Man, that's a great question, because I was trying to look at that recently, and it's almost like they've dropped off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
If you can find that CXOF from somewhere, good luck. Probably eBay might be the best way to find that thing. But
do you remember how I got this, John?
Yeah, you got
Vipon. I was on Vipon.
Vipon.
And they had these for $6.50 a piece.
Yeah. I mean,
I bought a box of them.
I'm trying to see if I can find it right now, just for fun. But I think Cheerson themselves kind of just disappeared from the drone market, which is kind of funny because they used to be so big. I don't know if anyone here remembers the CX-20. That was such a big drone. So many people love to mod that thing.
Did you get your check, Curtis? So it's your stimulus drone check. Is that what you're saying? You're stimulated to buy a drone.
Hey Bill, did you catch the chatter in there from Philly Drone? A lot of people in the community are disappointed because all the rumors point to the Mavic Air 2 run off the DJI Fly app rather than the Go 4 app. As we all know, the DJI Fly app is very limited in features, especially in the photography realm. Have you looked at any of this, Bill?
Okay, here's the deal.
I have heard that.
Here's the deal. As we all know, software tends to get old and outdated, just like the original DJI Go app was replaced by the DJI Go 4 app. And in the same sense of the word, before we switched from the DJI Go app to the DJI Go 4 app, we basically had both apps for a little while, remember?
True.
And then we phased out the Go app and went with the Go 4 app. So I think what's going on here is that the Go Fly app is the future app. And yes, it's limited right now, but something tells me the code is still built into it and it's just lying underneath, and that they do have intentions of furthering this over in order to use the ADSB system that they're going to probably have to use new software to incorporate in. So I don't know. That's my opinion. What do you all think?
Or what if, and this is the devil's advocate, what if they're leaving the better features to their more expensive models to try to keep from cannibalizing the Mavic 2 Pro?
Good point, John.
That's what people are worried about. That they don't want to make this Mavic Air 2 too good. They've got to limit it in some way because they don't want to cannibalize the sales currently.
And I'm very afraid of getting this what seems to be the perfect drone, this Mavic 2 Air, and then I opened the app up and I can't even change the white balance on it because I've got this dumbed down Fly app.
Right, that'll really kill it for a lot of people if you can.
But if Bill's right, and maybe simultaneous to the drone releasing, we're going to get the Fly app version 2.0 with a whole bunch of other goodies in it. Then I'm okay with that.
No, wait a minute. I missed that. Because Curtis sent me something. Oh. Could you say that again for me, John? What did you say? Because I can see Sean's agreeing with you. So I got to figure out if I want to go with your point of view or create my own.
All right. So wait. So you want me to recap what I said about the thing?
You don't think that that's what's going to happen? That they're going to squash something?
I provided the alternative viewpoint that possibly they are going to leave the Mavic Air on that app. And they don't want to cannibalize the sales of the Mavic 2 Pro. Maybe when they're not selling the Mavic 2 Pro anymore, perhaps those features will be added to that app. But it really begs the question of what they're going to do here, because they can't make that Mavic Air too good, is what I'm saying. They can't. It risks taking sales away from the bigger birds. So... Right. Unless they come out with Mavic Pro 3 this summer and blow everybody away, then maybe,
What is he talking about?
I don't know. Let's see. He's talking about
maybe he's talking about something else. Because he tends to talk about, wait a minute, and then Sean's saying
we're talking about a Whoop called the Eachine Novice. Now I've heard of those Novice series drones, but I don't know what he was talking about trying to get it to do.
Yes, sir, Michael, you have a great evening. And tell your wife that, because you're talking about the Enterprise and all these other drones, your wife spoils you way too much. I thought my wife spoiled me too much, but your wife spoils you 10 times more than me. So you need to realize that, man, and realize what you got. So anyway, thank you, sir. You have a good evening. It was glad to have you in the house as much as it was. You have a great evening, and tell your wife thank you for allowing you to come play with us.
Absolutely.
It was a wonderful play date, sir. Give her hugs, Mikey. See you, Philly. Okay, so back to what Sean said. No, this one. Yes, I get that. But so we're saying the Mavic 3 is coming out in August. So
but we don't know that. We don't know that.
Here's the other thing. Is it going to be a Mavic 3 or is it going to be a Mavic 3 Pro? Is it going to be two Mavics, or is it going to be a Mavic 3 Pro, and it's going to have a Hasselblad 1-inch sensor with a zoom capability?
It's going to be It's going to be a combination of the Mavic, the Skydio, and the Xeno all in one, or maybe even the Femi. That's what's going to. I'm just messing around. What would they call that drone?
So
the Femi Sky Mavico.
all those drones had a late night at the bar one night and had a free for all. It was
going to sell for $100 and blow all the toys right out of the water, right, Ron?
Can you imagine two Chinese toy drone companies combining for the first time in history?
Now, did you hear what I said? They all had a wild night at the bar, and it was a Roman drone orgy.
Oh boy!
Well, we won't touch that one, will we, John?
It just depends. Oh, yeah. Ron, did you get to see the pole dance?
I wasn't able to go.
Have you heard about the pole dance?
I have not.
Okay, then I'm going to leave it at that. You got an email?
I said I did not get the email.
Oh, so he does not have a clue.
He doesn't have no idea what happened.
I guarantee you, there's some people in the chat that know exactly what we're talking about. That was a wild one, man. That was a wild one. That's one of them spontaneous drone therapies, because you never know when you tune in what might happen. Aren't you curious, Ron? You're not curious at all?
Well, I'll bite. I'm curious. What are we talking about?
You tell us about Billy Kyle. We'll tell you about the pole dance.
There's a blackmail here.
Bill, how bad? You really want to know that bad about Billy? Am I gonna have to get out the "Oh Billy" gif? Am I gonna have to get that "Oh Billy" gif out?
Yes. No, you send that to him, not my ass. I just want to hear. Wait a minute. My top 3 drones.
Oh, Bill, yeah, your top 3 drones. One is your favorite, and 3 is your lesser favorite. Oh,
my top
Bill
3 drones are the
you're in the
SEMA
hot seat, Bill.
X5C, the X Dynamics drone, and the no, I'm just messing.
He was saying out of the drones. That's not fair though, because like I've got FPV drones and I have camera drones. So you're trying to say I have to pick a favorite out of all of them? Then they're probably going to be 3 camera drones to start with. I like my FPV drones, but not as much as camera drones because I like taking pictures. So probably my number one favorite's going to say Phantom 4 Pro, Mavic 2 Pro, Skydio 2.
Ooh, nice list, Bill.
Yeah. So, John, what's your top 3 drones?
I want to show you guys something. This is pretty cool. If any of you guys are familiar with multi-GP, something special. They did something special today. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. We've got Instagram up. Can I get multi-GP to show here? 1 second.
You got to get that gas through, buddy. Open up the door and let it flow.
Here, check this out.
Curtis
Okay.
He's got to get up at 4 a.m. in the morning to deliver.
All right, so here we go. So this is multi-GP. This is the official Instagram account of multi-GP. And today, on my Instagram, I got a notification.
Tell Curtis good night.
Good night, Curtis. Good night, Curtis.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to show you guys this, but of course it won't let me see it. I took that picture about a year ago of Luigi there riding on my drone, and today they decided to tweet it out or Instagram it out to all the people. So I thought that was pretty cool.
It was super cool that Drone Racing Multi-GP did it.
I know, and it was so unexpected too because that picture is so old. I didn't realize that they came across it here. There we go.
Andy mentioned Ishin that they might need to make a bind and fly of at least the N3, maybe the others. They'll sell quick. Ooh. Man, I'm telling you, I love my Skydio, and they've only given us like 2 firmware updates, and I honestly think that they've made some incredible improvements. I think when they narrow the bandwidth and give us a little bit more range, because people don't understand, I live in a highly saturated Wi-Fi area, and when I first got my Skydio, I could get it up maybe 60, 70 feet in the air, and I was already getting interference from the other Wi-Fis. So, but now I get stellar signal. Excuse me. I get stellar signal all the way up 200 feet because that's as high as I can go in the backyard. All the way up to 200 feet, and it's always clear and everything, and I love it for that. So,
I was actually talking yesterday with John DiNardo from over at the Canadian Drone Hub. It was just me and him, and I was asking him about his Skydio, and we were actually talking about the range thing. And I had mentioned, Bill, like when we were looking at those FCC pages, how it was really hard to understand them. He was saying that he could try to take a look at them because he knows a thing or two about that stuff, and if he can't get it. He knows somebody who can read it to really kind of maybe break that stuff down for us. So I'm gonna try to get those pages to him because him and me, we were talking about that, and we're like, either the controller, like I only see really one way that they could boost the range significantly. And it's they gotta raise the output power, or they've got to implement some kind of new optimized protocol. The problem with raising the power is that they may not be able to, because that thing might be able to cook eggs. It might get too hot. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's the parrot controller, right? It may not have been designed where they can only raise it so much. So he's like, there's ratings for all that stuff. He's like, he could read it, because trying to read those FCC pages is like Greek to me.
Well, yeah, because we were speculating on what it was, and then everybody was trying to say that with the last update that there wasn't a whole lot in it. But like I was telling you all, and I don't know if you can remember, when I first got my Skydio, I even said on the show one night that I was having breakup from the FPV feed itself, within 45 to 60 feet. And it was ridiculous. I was kind of really upset with it. So what I was doing was hoping and praying. And then as soon as this update came, like I said, I've had no issues. The only thing was that weird landing. And then Scotty O tried to tell me that all the optical sensors were, but again, it was at twilight, and it could have very well been that the drone had seen its position, miscalculated, tried to readjust, and then screwed up. That could have happened because it did try to correct itself when it fell off the edge of the table, and it did try, but it just kind of flipped over and chopped up a little grass and then stopped immediately. None of the optics were damaged or anything like that. So I was cool with that. No, it didn't even damage the props. It didn't even get a nick. So
wow, that's great. Yeah, I've never had a bad landing with mine yet. They've all been pretty good landings, but I've always landed in a wide open.
I always try to take off and land on like a 3 or 4 foot table.
Right.
You guys aren't hand catchers, right? You don't ever try to catch drones in your hand.
Well, I mean, a teeny little. I hand catch a teeny little toy drone, but nothing bigger than that.
Here's the thing: having gotten smacked once or twice by a brushless motor and not having a slice on my finger has taught me don't do stupid things.
Which one got you? Which one got you?
At my age, you don't want to know because it hurt the Phantom 4 Pro.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't move this finger for like 2 weeks. I thought I had broke it, and I mean, it hit right here on the knuckle. I mean, it swelled up like a balloon, man. And I was just, I was like, I thought it was so bad. I thought I was going to have to go get it like lanced, because it hurt. It was that bad. And then it just kind of, after about 4 days, it went down. But I mean,
those Phantom props, those 9045s, they'll bite you real good.
But I've got lucky; it didn't break the skin. So the thing about it was obviously since it didn't break skin, it was a glancing blow. It probably would have broke my finger in two if it had caught it straight on.
Yeah, my ankle. You know what's funny? I cut my ankle once with an FPV
I remember
drone. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. It bounced. When I tried to take off, it kind of bounced, and then I lost control of it, and it went backward toward me. So the thing was between my feet, and it was armed. And I was like, "Ow!" I looked down, and I slashed my ankle.
Well, you can't hand catch FPVs because you had the goggles on, right?
Yeah, I know, but you could fly a whoop or something line of sight. And can't get
yeah. Well, I would catch a what do you call it, a brushed little whoop or whatever, especially with the
You could actually spin up an FPV drone in front of you and then cut the motors, but that would be, and then you'd have to reach out and let it like drop in your hand.
Not worth it.
Ballsy, man. That would still be ballsy because you might shift the wrong way and hit the controller and it spin up and be like, ah.
Not worth it. It's I don't know. I've gotten used to hand catching my Mavic Pro, but I won't do it. I won't do it with anything else.
Well, I used to hand catch my Spark all the time.
Yeah, the Spark's fine.
But like I said, it was probably like 2 months after I had gotten rid of the Spark, and I was like, I want to go out and fly, and I had hand caught it, and I was pulling down on the stick, and it sounded like it was spinning down, and I made the mistake of not take it back. I had it in this hand. I was like this, and I made the mistake. It was going down, and I thought I heard it spinning down, and I let go, and then. As I was coming down like this, I let my finger slide up, and it just went whap because it didn't spin down, and it's kind of threw my hand back under to where it kind of latched onto the drone again. God forbid, I don't know what would have happened if I hadn't grabbed onto it again. But yeah, and I was like, oh, and so I pulled it down, and it quit. And so I made sure then, and I set it down, and I was just like, oh God, all kinds of nice and pretty, colorful, wonderful words and stuff. And the thing that was so funny was I went inside first because I was like holding my finger, and I was like, oh my God, there's going to be, and I kept looking down to see if there was blood, and I kept looking, I was like, oh, there's going to be, and there wasn't. And then I could literally watch as I was like pouring cold water on it go and swell up on my hand.
Wow. Yeah, quite a I always take a landing pad with me. When I fly at the beach, if I forget the landing pad, I just take off from the street, fly to the beach, and then just bring it back and land on the street again. So I mean, I always have a good safe place to land where I usually fly.
I've got my landing pad in the corner over there.
Okay. My landing plaid. Yes, it looks like plaid material.
Yeah, you got plaid one.
Yeah, but no, I have a landing pad that I think I've used twice.
Okay.
But I don't know why. But Skydio actually kind of lectured me on that. They're like, "Why are you trying to lift off and land on a table?" I was like, good question, but I don't have a good answer because it's my freaking drone.
See, I actually use I use my landing pad a lot because, well, number one, for the reviews, people want to see when it returns to home, how close does it get to the landing pad? But I also just use it in general to launch because outside my back door there, I've only got a very small porch, and it is a magnet nightmare, apparently. Oh, no. Literally can't launch my Mavic from my porch. So I've got to launch from the grass. So if I want to launch a drone, I always just throw my pad out. It just makes it easier.
Let me go check this. Hang on. I'll get it over here.
Ooh, Mavic Air 2 specs. Let's check.
Yeah, I'm bringing it up right now.
Hey guys, it's been a long day for me. I'm gonna say my good nights here, and
I will as well.
Here. So I want to thank everybody in the chat. We had a great group in here. As I always say, I thank you also for your comments and questions, and you guys suggest stuff that I learned from. So I appreciate everybody who's in here. I can't name
Before Ron takes off, I want to interrupt him just for a quick second and say, don't forget to come back next week, because next week's our next rendition of the Support Your Local Drone channel. So bring all your fellow friends with drone channels and their friends with drone channels and their friends with drone channels, and we're going to try to get you all as much exposure as we can next week. And back to Ron.
And I want to thank John for co-hosting the show with me. Always a pleasure. I always learn something from John. He's got a great new video out with his E15 GPS drone. I suggest you get over there, check it out if you're looking for a bargain. Is it a bargain price drone?
It's good if you're looking for a toy that you just want to mess around
with. Very affordable though, right?
The toys are getting it's actually not too bad, for a toy grade. Yeah,
it looks cool anyways. And, and I want to thank Bill for hosting another great show and having me on. I think this was a great show tonight. It was a lot of fun, and next week's show should be a lot of fun too. So good night, everyone, and I will see you next week. And if you get your Mavic 2 Air before I see you next time, let me know. Good night.
All right, and we'll start to John for his good evenings also.
Guys, it's been a great chat as always. Happy to be here with Ron, Bill. The chat was freaking awesome tonight. We definitely learned a lot, covered a hell of a lot. Stay safe, fly your drones, all that good stuff. And with that being said, you can probably tell I'm kind of tired.
Wait. Look who just came in. Ryan just came in. We were talking about we would like to get you on a show at some future point. Indigo is in the house.
Yeah, Indigo, dude. Listen, we literally said earlier in the show, Bill put out an invite for you to come on and just talk to us about your drones, what you're doing. I think a lot of people would love to hear about your Tiny Hawk upgrade that you and me were talking about earlier. That would be fantastic. Because I was talking about it earlier on the show, and I showed off the bumpers you sent me, man. So yeah,
and then he volunteered you to give out free ones to everybody.
No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't.
But anyway, what we were trying to do, we would like to try to get you on, if you're game for it, around May 13th or May 20th, one of those Wednesday dates. So please get back with John if you're available to come on the show at one of those nights, and we'll make it a Ryan FPV or an Indigo Rhino FPV night. So, and Mel came in late. Glad to see you, Mel, also. It's all good. It's all good. John's giving his good nights. We're getting ready to take off here, so I will throw it back to John to finish up.
All right, I was just going to say good night, guys. Stay safe, all that good stuff. And I was going to say, you can see I'm getting tired here, so I'm going to hit the sack pretty soon, and that's it. Peace. Take care.
Thank you very much, John. I want to say, everyone, I am very grateful for having you here, and be sure, like I said, to come back next week. We're going to have our Support your local drone channel show. Like I said, we're going to try to do those every 4 weeks to get our new and old drone friends that got YouTube channels out and get some advertisements and try to get them some more subs and some more views. So please come back and see us next week and invite your friends. Live long and prosper.